Boom.
Biddly, but yes, yo, here we go. Ain't nobody down round here. You know what time it is. Let's get on with it. Get that badger in and on and over here. Had to move back to get his greatness in. You know, nobody do it how we does it. He's in, he's on, he's over, he's here. Sunday's game, Chef Wednesday. I'm off with me bigger brother, both bigger brothers, but, older brothers. I'm biggest, baddest, bestest, but off with my middle brother on Sunday, which will be a real good treat, which he will understand the reference to if he's to watch this video. We've got quite a bit to talk about here, so quick shit vid. Faki's done his... I nearly said his podcast then. He's done his pre-match press conference. I don't know what's going on now. I'm speaking to my guy as often as I can. And he don't think anybody's coming in at this point. So, and I'm starting to think, you know, when I had the press conference today, I thought nobody's coming in. Now, I can see both sides to it, me. I think, you know, I think we're short in the 10 and we could definitely do with a number 9. But I don't think the number 9, I don't think this idea that we can just get someone in that's going to get us 12 goals, I don't think that exists, if I'm honest, unless he is to come in over the top of Peru, Perisley. And if he comes straight in over Peru, who's got 10 goals, who has got the best goals per minute ratio in the league, or certainly in the top 10, and then obviously the problem with that is then players are dropping games, so... There's a guy called Conway at Middlesbrough who's got 8 goals in 19 games, but he's played less games. But minutes-wise, you know, it's goal per minute, it's best in league. He's banging goals, and we know Peru Perisley can get some goals. We don't know that Joseph can get some goals. So I understand if Peru breaks down, but I don't want to go down the line of like, if he breaks down and he breaks down and he breaks down and he breaks, it's like, well, yeah. The fact is, if my auntie had bollocks, he'd be my uncle, wouldn't he? But. So I don't really want to go down that line. Now, that being said, Pascal Struijk now is injured and out for 3 weeks. Now, I don't know if anybody remembers this happened last year. Struijk gets injured every single year, and then yet Byram is labelled with being injury prone, who is out for like 2 weeks, and then he's back for 6 weeks, and he's out for 2 weeks. Struijk's out, Struijk. Pascal is out for donkeys all the time now. He was out for 3 weeks last year and never played a game for us again. There's something wrong with his hamstring, and apparently it could be within his tendon, whatever that means. So it could be a lot longer. You could be talking 3 or 4 months, which is the season done, more or less, isn't it? He was able to train, but they sent him down for a scan as a precaution, and it's ended up being, you know, he needs whatever he needs, work on it. Wibbling Wobber. So you think, well, Wobber comes in then and plays the left centre-backs. I also don't want to yang on about this left and right centre-backs. I don't think it's that important right now. I don't think we need a right centre-back to cover anybody or cover Rodon. I just think we need a centre-back. You know, I don't know if... I think Wobber can play right centre-back. I think Ampadu can play right centre-back. I don't think it matters. However... He then said that Wibbling Wobber still needs looking after. Now I don't know what is up with Wibbling Wobber at this moment, unless he just wants out the club and don't want to play any minutes. You know, because he's played decent a couple of times, so he thinks, you know, if I shirk this, if I shit this up, if I F this up, Jeff this up, I'm not going nowhere in summer. You know, so he's thinking, well, I've actually got, you know, 35, 40 decent minutes under my belt. Yeah, I'll leave it at that. So I don't know what the fuck's he got. You know, what's he got? This knee is like, you know, is he ever coming back from this knee injury? Because, you know, it's been a while now, you know, and I don't know, he manages to play 90 minutes for country, doesn't he? And then he's struggling with us. I mean, I understand it can flare up and what have you, but we're barely rushing him back. It's not like we're forcing him in. Now, so it'll be Ampadu, which I know everybody goes crazy about, but Ampadu and Rodon will do the job at centre-back. Now, Ampadu may very well be our best centre midfielder, our best number 6. But when we had Tanaka and Rothwell in there, I still maintain that Ampadu and Rodon, although it wasn't great against Hull, I still think is a better partnership than Wobber and Rodon would be, or somebody that we just drafted in, unless we're drafting in someone that is, you know, a loan deal that is coming into play. It depends how bad Struijk's injury is, isn't it? my point is, I don't know what point I'm making. Still don't think we need a centre-back, even though we do look increasingly light there. Will Meslier silent S start? The more I think about it, the more I think Meslier silent S is starting. I just hope the crowd can stay chill about that when he's on the ball. I still don't think it really matters. It could be a bit of a spicy game on Sunday, but I think it'll be Ampadu at the back. I don't know how fit Firpo will be, whether Firpo will be back. He's obviously played some minutes. You know, if you had Firpo back, then you've still got Wobber on the bench. You don't have to utilise him. Byram, Bogle, you know. So we've still got plenty of players in and around there. The 10, I still think we're weakening. And if Aronson goes, because Faka did mention after Aronson, he said about he instantly went to Peru, Peral, Parisley, which means Joseph goes straight up top. Because obviously Bamford's nowhere to be seen. And then he was talking about Solomon and Nonto in the 10, which, you know, never a mention of Ramazani, who, I mean, what do I know? But that's the only one that I think could go in that number 10 role. That's the only one that I'd be up for doing it with. I just want to ask a question. Whether Rothwell, we should sign Rothwell next year in summer. I think I put it on my poll last night and it was 50-50 really. But if you got him for 8 million, would you sign him? Same with Solomon. You know, I think you're probably talking 20 million for Solomon. If he can stay fit, you'd probably sign him. Geldart's definitely officially gone out on loan to Hull, which I think is a terrible move for him. It was apparently in Fucker's office wanting that move. I think it's an awful move for him. I'd rather him go to a League One side pushing for promotion, just to, you know, playing a side that are actually going to get some goals. Hull have been absolutely cack, haven't they? They've scored less than a goal a game, so he's not going to go in and light it up. It's not the best place for him. Fucker said he can't see anybody else on the way out. Said the Geldart and crew, he's got nothing to do with signings or anything. You know, it's just like we're quite strong in them positions. A lot's been spoke about this Louis Barry character. So whether or not, you know, there's alt in Louis Barry, I can't even be bothered sort of going through it. But striker, winger, 21 years old, been at Villa, Stockport, you know, he's been all over the shop. Apparently Rangers are in for him. Celtic are in for him, rather. Sorry, don't know. I can't remember. I don't think anybody's coming in at this point. So you know, there's not a great deal of point talking about transfers. Be interested to see what happens with Schmidt. I know everybody wants that. And I just want to briefly go over the Gray moving on clause. So there's a lot of shit being spoke about the fact that Gray's got no move on clause, a sell on clause within these contracts at Tottenham. Tottenham paid 40 million for a kid that had played a year out of position allegedly. I know now everybody says he's a centre back because there's some talk that it might be off to Real Madrid. Everybody says he's a centre back now, which I'm still not convinced on. Tottenham have been absolutely cack as well, which is not a reflection on Gray. But I don't know if you'd be able to get a sell-on clause on the basis that we sold him for 40 million, which is a ludicrous amount of money. I think Tottenham would have to hold the cap. We've also definitely got a bit of a relationship with Tottenham. So, you know, I think they've loaned us players. You know, Solomon been one, Spence been two. You know, we've got a bit of a relationship with them. So, you know, that is what it is. I don't think it's bad business. I think we've got 40 million for him, and I think you've just got to take the hit on it on that. I don't know why my laptop keeps making some noise. I'm just solidly hopeful that this is still recording, but I'll drop in tomorrow with a quick shit vid. What do you reckon on Rothwell? Should we sign him? What do you reckon on Solomon? Should we sign him next year? I'm trying to bring a little bit of light towards the situation because I feel like everybody's going into a little bit of overload about, you know, the fact that Struijk's got injured. I know it's not ideal. It's far from ideal. It's extremely frustrating. We did miss him against Hull. I think we will miss him come the end of the season. You know, we spoke about that Adam Adome de Belly or whatever he's called from Notts Forest who can't get a game. They're third in league, so it's not unusual. It's not unusual for him not to be getting any games. So, you know, let's see what comes of that. I think, you know, Farke constantly saying that we're not going to be asleep in the window, which is putting me to sleep, him saying that. But, you know, I don't know, the interviewers are shit out there. They don't really say all, and then it's, you know, it all drains down one way. I don't know. He tends to just deflect, and which I wish to be honest to some extent. I know everybody thinks that the manager, the chairman, the kits man, the groundsman, everybody's got to talk to the fans for some reason. But I'd be up for it happening a little bit less, to be honest, if they did it once a month. I just think, what's the point in some of these press conferences? He just ends up either tripping himself up or just waffling on about a load of crap, really. So I don't know what it's all about. I know that'll anger a lot of fans because fucking I want Kinnear and Parag out every other day. I want him to retweet what I've said. I want him to quote tweet me, and I want him to respond to my question specifically in my DM so that I can screenshot it and send it to all my mates that I've got a response from Paraga. Boom.
JackCity, bitch! JackCity, bitch! Hey!
I don't wanna play no games. No, I don't wanna play no games. No, I don't wanna hear your promises.